Good morning, guys. Hey, Poppy. Hey, Bob Dog. Jan. Morning, Matthew. Morning, Connie Mates. Morning, Paulette. Morning, Brian. Morning, Aldo. Is it Aldo? I've got to get my glasses on. Morning, Pete. Mr. Vin. Morning, Mosley Chops. Let me just get my glasses. Can't see a bleeding thing. Morning, Tabby. Tabby Cats, I like that one. So as you can see, it's quite foggy out there at the moment. A lot of them have been out since early morning. We've got the RNLI out there at the minute. And we've had 2 of the helicopters, the Coast Guard helicopters out. Which isn't surprising with this weather, because as you can see, it's like pea soup. I thought I might be a bit on these small boats. It's really quite bad out there in some places. Morning, Bella. Hope you're well. Morning, John. Morning, Marge. I think the fog will clear soon, to be honest. I think it's just all the... mind you, I've heard some places are quite foggy, but you always get this on the channel at a certain time. So I think they're after, the RNLI are out there looking for some migrant boats that have been spotted out there. But obviously with the conditions out there, it's hard to find them. Just for a while we are, Pete, yeah. To be honest, if I'd gone up the cliffs, you wouldn't have seen anything from there because it's so foggy. So this is about the best angle anyway. Morning, Kevin. Morning, Dave G. See you later. That was quick. Hello, goodbye. So we've got the RNLI with Border Force Ranger together. See you soon, Dave. Oh, bless you, Pete. Don't work too hard. Stay warm. Hey, PP. Hey, D Smith. Hey Lee, are you well? Morning, Jesus Jones. So it's a case of waiting for the RNLI and Ranger now. It looks like the fog's starting to clear, so that's good. Morning, White Lines. Pretty much like doing the register again. But this time in comfort. I think if we'd been up at the heights this morning, all you would have seen was mist. You wouldn't have been able to see anything. Because you get the mist in front of the cliffs anyway, so that blots out a lot. And then you've got what's going on the sea, so it would have been a no-go. I'm probably in the best place really, because it's right close, so. Morning, Elaine. Eileen, sorry, I better put my glasses back on. Can't see. Oh, I'm alright, John. Because I'm in the house, they're flat at the moment. I can I can look out the window, so it's fine. I can put the heater on when I'm ready. You can feel the cold coming in the window, but I am so much more comfortable than sitting at the docks or the heights. I'm happy. Morning Paul, hope you're well. Yeah, this is it. It's so smooth out there, the channel, but I suppose the fog is the issue at the moment, but obviously it's lifting now, so it's not too bad. Oh yeah, I see what you mean, Poppy. I had to read that twice then. Yeah, I think that's it now, because we've hit winter, haven't we? So, well, yeah, we're going to see nothing but doom and gloom weather-wise. I hate it. I must admit, I hate the winter. Yup. Oh, I can't see it. 1 minute, I'm just going to take this off a minute. Someone's having a go at the police down there. 1 minute. Sorry about it being a bit... Don't know what's going on now. You see all sorts though, because some people try and get in, they've got no passports, or they're standing there trying to get a hitchhiker lift into France or whatever. He was having a go a minute ago, so... No, well, it's nothing, is it? Oh, is it going away? No, I won't intrude too much. If anything happens, I'll let you know. See how foggy it is. I've got my stuff straight now again. You see all sorts going on here, to be honest. Truck spotted, sorry. We show all sorts here. I know, do you know what? I was saying yesterday, Popper, if you're a curtain twitcher, it's perfect to be in this room because you see everything going on. I'm constantly at the window. What's going on? If your nose there, then this is the place to be. I know, that's it, Carly Mids, that's the only thing. Sometimes you can hear them. We get a lot down here that's right close that they stand with their cards saying where they're going and they want to hitchhike and that lot, but some of them stand inside the port and they're not allowed to, so there's them two bobbies coming back down again. Oh, I can't get it now, too late. I don't know whether he's showing them his identification or not. He's got some paperwork out. But there's a lot that go in there that haven't even got ID or anything. No passport. And they just get turned away. But what caught my eye was he was really going for it. I thought he was gonna slap the police officer. So I'm still watching him. That's a good idea, Welsh lad. That's a good idea. What kind of generator are you getting? Yeah, I was watching her, Poppy, but obviously I had to come off to film, so I've had to turn it on silent. But I was watching her this morning. And that'd be a good idea. Have a windmill in everyone's gardens. What's going on here? I think they're leaving him. One's got in his car. Yeah, the fog's definitely clearing now. That's good. It's a joke in there with the electric prices going up and the gas and electric. I just don't understand why it's gone up so much. And this was going on way before the war overseas, if you get me. Can't mention the names. But yeah, it's going on before that, and petrol prices were going up way before that started, so don't take a rocket scientist to know what's going on. Right, just bear with me a minute. I'm just going to put the kettle on, have a nice cup of coffee. Morning, me, Pollyanna. I'm just going to check to see what's happening, if they've picked anyone up or not. It doesn't look too busy out there, to be honest. It's there's only 2 boats, two border force vessels that I can see actually. It looks like the lifeboat might be coming back. Ramsgate lifeboat, that's gone out. That's heading opposite, I'd say Dunkirk really. I suppose because it's so foggy out there, they've got to get the lifeboats to help. So yeah, we've still got Ranger out there, and we've got the lifeboat that looks like it's heading back, but we've got the Ramsgate lifeboat that's just headed out as well. And Ranger's pretty much in French waters, it looks like. Get a nice hot drink down your Pollyanna. Morning Steve, hope you well. I think they, obviously the RNLI get paged when they are needed, so whoever's available just makes the way to the station, I suppose, and then goes from there. But I don't know whether there's people that sit there, you know, all day waiting. Not sure how that works. Yeah, it was said though that they were being paid because there's so many, they were being used so much that they were being paid by the government. Only, I don't know whether it's on the whole of the RNLI, or whether it's the ones on the Kent coast. It's such a long time ago though, remembering everything. Because you've got to think, it's not the whole of the RNLI that are doing this, it's just the Kent coastline and maybe, you know, over in Norfolk and so on. Certain places. Morning, Roger. Welsh laddies at work today again. Yeah, roll on the weekend. I think that's because Mossy Chops, I think that's why they have the volunteers, because obviously the RNLI is voluntary, so because they work part-time whenever there's an emergency. I think if they were full-time they'd have to be paid. However, because they, you know, they were being subsidised by the government at one point, I don't know whether they still are, but they were used that frequently that they had to do something. Not sure whether the money went to the volunteers though, or the RNLI itself. That's one question I'd like to know. Because if the money went into the business instead of the volunteers, then alright, you take care, Welsh lad. I'm just looking out for the RNLI because they look like they were coming back, so I'm just going to check again. Yeah, they're doing 20 knots. And Swift is heading in as well, so they must have dinghies. Still really foggy out there. It is clearing a bit, but it's not brilliant. I'm looking this way because that's the way they're headed in. Another inflatable has been sighted. It's quite amusing really to hear what they actually call these these ribs, because one, they started off calling them dinghies, and then because of political correctness they started calling them inflatables, rubber boats, vessels, you name it, they've called them everything but the actual, you know, dinghies or ribs. Good morning Phil, nice to see you here again. Hey Scott. I'm not sure if anyone's noticed, but YouTube's changed the layout of the way they do things on YouTube now. So my live streams seem to go at the back. It's the videos that come first, whereas before it was always live streams and you go straight to it. So I know a lot of people are finding it difficult to find the live streams for some reason. But if anyone ever struggles, just go to the top of my page and just scroll across to live streams. But I do put a bit of both up anyway, videos and live streams, so. Yeah, but Matthew, you've got to understand, some of these adverts that people have on the channels, it helps them to be able to carry on doing what they're doing. It's not a massive amount that people get for the adverts. You get like, I could do a live stream and only get like £2 something all day out of the adverts. So, but on a whole, if you add it up over the month, it helps out. So, like for me, because we have to rent here, as well as paying the bills at home, in order to film the port. So that's why we put adverts on, to help gain some funding. Because we can't do it without. It's just too much. Yeah, I see that, Roger. A lot of people are saying it's because of that. I don't know whether I know they have notified us to say that the way they've changed everything, but I don't know whether yours has changed, but mine definitely has. And I've noticed I can go along, and I don't always comment on everybody's comments on YouTube, but you know, when they put things on my videos and so on, but I do try. But I definitely like most of them, and I've noticed that all my likes are being taken off, so it's quite weird. I've had to re-like loads and loads and loads of comments. It's so time consuming. Yeah, I should imagine. I know that. Yeah, Scott. Agreed. Well, we've been pretty okay with the channel so far. Touch wood, I don't want anything to go wrong, but we've been pretty good with the channel. Oh, I think I spotted him. Let me have a little zoom in. Right, let me get my bearings. It's the RNLI on its way back. looks full. They're doing about 20 knots, just over 20 knots. Hide and seek. Foggy it is. You can't win, it's either the fog or the sun that distorts the footage. Anytime now. Time to come through. Sorkin on its way out. One in, one out. See if they go back out or go back home. Well, that RNLI, they looked full, obviously front and back. I'd say you've got between 45 and 55, maybe 60 on there. Depending on if there's any around the sides as well. Ooh. I'll see where they're going and then I'll zoom in on them again. Actually. See, the fog is just terrible, isn't it? Sorry. No, he's not going to see it. I'll wait and see where he is. Where's he going? Morning, cheeky chops. Thank you, Matthew. Yeah, you do get a bit of neck ache, Phil. I have a feeling they've gone straight out because they've not come past. I would have seen them go past. So I'm taking it they've gone straight out. Let me have a look on the app. Yeah, they're going straight out. And obviously there's been more sightings this past half an hour. Yeah, it's not surprising they were quite full the amount of time the RNLI was out there. Yeah, there's another one sighted. See, the thing is, they've had weeks and weeks of not being able to get over, so they're just going to be desperate to get over now. It's going to be one of them days today. So I can't get no footage of her because she's gone straight out. And that wall's in the way. No, there's no end in sight. And I don't think the government have got any real plans in order to stop this at all. They say stuff, but nothing comes to fruition and nothing actually gets done. Still stays the same. I think the only thing they are doing is making it safer by escorting, etc., and there's no deaths on the channel. That's the only thing they've achieved, which is good. It's, you know, no one wants a death and everything, but I'm just saying that's all that seems to, you know, changed in all this time. Morning, John, how are you? Morning, Steve. Yeah, that's what I said yesterday, Roger. We wouldn't have had any of it if it had stopped. But as we all know, there's a lot of money to be earned out of illegal immigration. And I don't see the traffickers as traffickers. I see them as like travel agents. They're receiving money off these people that are desperate to get over here, so they give them the money and off they come. It's as if you go to the local travel agents, book a ferry over to France, and that's what they've done. It's just a dinghy instead. We've all seen the documentaries on like the BBC or Sky where they've gone over there and they've gone to these, you know, offices where they are travel agents, and they actually do, you know, connect with the people that supply the dinghies, and then they pay them and then off they go. It's just like travel agents. Yeah, Mozzie Chops, yeah. Good to hear it, John. Yeah, they are. Renting and mortgages and all these rates that are going up is just killing people off. It's not fair. The working class are never given the opportunity to prosper. They've always got to be the ones that have to suffer in order for the rich to survive. It's just not on anymore. In this day and age, people should be enjoying their lives, not feeling like they're in the medieval times or something. I say that all the time because I just feel like it is. Still got these bully boys taxing people to the... You get taxed when you're dead as well. It's just ridiculous. At the end of the day, we've just got over... Well, people are trying to recover from COVID lockdowns. And they're not been given the chance to do that. Now we've got something else that they've pushed on us, like, you know, interest rates, more taxes. It's just... You know, everything they're borrowing, we're having to pay back. It's just ridiculous. It's like even down to the buildings that they pay for. They put your taxes up for that. They pay the debt off after building it, and then you're still paying to go over the bridges. It's just stupid. They probably paid them off years ago, but we're still paying. We shouldn't be. All the revenue they get is ridiculous. Needs to stop. You would think that they tax the rich more because they've got more money to spend. They've got, you know, they're not living in poverty. They're not struggling. They don't know what it's like to not have any gas or electric and not to be able to feed your kids. But this is what the government decide. You know, the rich need to be protected, but the poor need to fucking suffer. Excuse my French. Yeah, and do you know, but some people that have had their pensions risen, they're now having to pay tax on it. So they're not benefiting. They've gone over the tax bracket or something just because they've had a bit of a rise, which I don't know whether it goes into play next year, but they will start having to pay, I think it's about £90 a year, but it's not a lot, but to a pensioner that's on, say what, 12.5 grand a year, that's a lot of money. With all the price rises, it's just Yeah, and then yeah, all the truck and trace out how much that cost, and then you've got all the PPE that's just been wasted. You know, absolutely wasted, and people earn off of that. Well, MPs. It's just a big money scandal, honest. It's just, I cannot put into words how I feel about things at the minute. I just feel sorry for everyone that's suffering at the minute, really do. And when you think you've got it bad, there's always someone else out there that's got it far worse, so I always feel grateful for what I've got, if that's... I can imagine, Matthew, it's just not fair. People need to be able... No, do you know what? With all the tax rises, no wonder people don't want to leave the benefit system and go to work, because it wouldn't benefit them. It really wouldn't, and that's what they've done. They've made it so easy for people to stay on, you know, these benefits rather than go to work. Why should they? They go to work all the hours God sends and get taxed to the hilt. So that's why people don't go out to, you know, they decide to stay at home and get the benefits. But that's the game plan. Keep people at home and import cheap labour, which is literally like modern slavery. Morning, Andrew. Yeah, if they could spend a week living as, you know, the working class do, and struggling and wondering when they're going to get the next paycheck, because people live by day, they can't live, you know, pay packet to pay packet. And now they're not even reaching pay packet when they're you know, they're struggling. They need to live in a day in the life of a working class person. What's your thoughts on Matt Hancock being in Celebrity Get Me Out of Here, by the way? No, he's not your MP, is he? I understand him wanting to become, for people to see him as human, but no one can, you know, I don't think it was even about the restrictions, it was about the amount of money that he made out of it, for me. Whilst people were struggling over that, he made a packet out of PPE, so that's what gets me about it. So no, I didn't respect the fact he went in there. Oh, that's the sun out now. Bloody hell, can't see. Yeah, a lot of people said they stopped watching it because of him. Don't get me wrong, he did well in there. But I think he had a point to prove, he was trying to prove himself. And that's why I went over the odds to do all the challenges and that. But I still think he can try and be as human as possible as he wants, but it doesn't hide the fact that he has literally made money out of the COVID lockdowns. How are you paying double council tax? So did he reply to you, Pollyanna? Or his team replied to you? Celeb SAS? I've not heard of that. Oh! Yeah, I used to watch that bit, celebrity one, I didn't know that. And the thing is, £400,000 he got paid for that. I suggest that he gives that back into the system or something for the people. Willow, I'd love one. You're joking. Pollyanna, that's disgusting. Bondi Vet and Matt Hancock. What am I missing there, Mossy Chops? I don't get that one. Bondi Vet. Oh, bargain on. I used to watch that years ago. Morning, cool babe, how are you? Yeah, that's true, Carly Mids. He was supposed to meet you. Well, I'd keep on at him then. If he's not, if he's still in position as MP when he comes back, then I would pursue that and get him to meet you, and then record it as well. I would. These council tax prices are extortionate, and that's wrong as well. And if people miss a payment, they get the bailiffs. I just think it's disgusting. I mean, you know, over here in Dover, you want to see the tip. They say that, you know, the money goes towards refuse and stuff like that. The bin men won't even take a bin if it's a little bit over full. Honestly, it's laziness. But that's what they're told. You're not allowed to take it. So the rubbish is left everywhere. The place looks like it's been left to wreck and ruin. You've got the heritage people that won't look after these buildings because they want it to go to wreck and ruin, and you've got the councils that won't do nothing, but yet you pay so much into your council tax for these privileges, so to speak, and it's not being done. You've still got, and then you pay car tax, and yet there's that many bloody holes in the floor, your car ends up knackered. It's just wrong. I tell you what, I could rant all day. Yeah, Brian, he could have done, yeah. Alright, you take care, Roger. Try and stay calm. Morning, Lodger. There's just so much going on in this country at the minute that's so wrong that needs sorting, and it's just being left. It's just not fair. Right, we've got the Coast Guard flying above, trying to find sightings of migrants crossing. Border Force Defenders just gone out as well. So we've got Ranger, Defender and Hurricane out on the channel at the moment. And I'm sure Ramsgate, I think they're still out there. Yeah, the Ramsgate RNLI is still out there. Oh, it's wrong, Pollyanna, it really is. But this is the thing, it's like, you know, they're making it now that, well, they have done for some time, that people work all their lives, they work really hard for what they've got. So when they buy a house, they're hoping that when they retire, they live there free and everything. But then when they need a care home, that's it, they've either got to sell the house to pay for a care home. Yet they've paid into the national insurance all their lives. They get a shoddy pension from the government, and the money that they were hoping to leave the children has to be paid out. It's just wrong. It's wrong. And then they leave it so the children have to foot the bill for everything. It's just the way they do things nowadays. I'm just disgusted in everything. I'm really disgusted. It's frustrating. And to be honest, the government aren't listening to anybody. People are moaning, people are, you know, writing to their MPs left, right and centre. Nothing's being done, it's just getting worse. They do not listen to the people. And I'm fed up with all these politicians going in, getting seats in Parliament, making out they're going to do the best thing for you, and then as soon as they start getting the massive pay packets, all their morals go out the window, and everything they promise people go out the window. As soon as someone becomes PM, that's it. They're done. They forget that what they were voted in for and stuff like that. I'm not talking about Rishi because he wasn't voted in, but you know, past prime ministers, they were always like, we'll do this, we'll do that, and get in there and they forget everything. They don't bother, they just leave it. They do what suits them and what suits their pay packet. Good morning. Oh, is it morning still? Yep. Good morning, Nomads. Hope you're well. And thank you for that the other day. It's really appreciated. Well, they're supposed to work for the people, so it's about time they did start doing that. Because they've lost everybody's trust. Not that they had it in the first place. Right, just give me 1 minute, I've just got to go on mute. Yeah, Willow, I wish I could. I wish I could. I think everyone's going on strike, isn't they? We've got the NHS, all the nurses, train strikes, border force. There's loads of people that are saying they're going on strike. Steve, this is what it is. That it is, the elite always have that stance on us mere peasants. You know. It's wrong. It's wrong. At the end of the day, when it comes time to hit that pearly gates, there's a few people who are going to be disappointed when they're not let in. Is anyone finding that the stream is timing out at all? Morning Shazza. Morning Anne. Morning John. Yeah, Pollyanna, I agree there, and also, you know, like places like Serbia, they stick to their values and traditions and everything as well, and look after the people. I think I'm having like a surge going on. Sometimes we lose the signal here for some reason. We noticed it yesterday as well. Right, the thing is, I'm still connected to the internet, so I don't know what's going on. I know, that's the thing, Pollyanna, it's the cold. I'd rather go Greece with you. Dave likes Greece as well. Maybe that's the place to go. I'll keep an eye on the stream, but I just had a notification to say that I won't get enough bandwidth, but it should do because I'm not using. They're a bit slow at coming in today. I should imagine because of the mist out there, they're probably finding it difficult to find them. Maybe, Bridget. I wouldn't be surprised. Well, at the end of the day, we're all allowed an opinion. At the end, after all, it is happening to all of us, so we should be allowed to talk about what's going on and all the corruption and all the wrongdoings. I hope not, John, but you know, you never know. Oh, maybe, John. Football's on. I've not been keeping up with the football. Who's playing today? That's a really good idea, Pollyanna. Really good idea. That's true, Vin. It is starting to get misty again. What it is as well, with it being misty and then the suns came out, it just adds to the haze. It is really bright here to the right of me. Oh, England versus Wales. Oh, that'd be interesting. Morning, Kinas. Yeah, you're right there, Carly Midge, yeah. Yeah, you say that, Bridget, but do you know, I don't see that. Well, it depends on what the free speech is, but you know, you feel like you've got duct tape on your mouth all the time. Because there's only certain individuals that are allowed to have free speech, but certain people aren't. If you get my meaning. Yeah, I saw that bin. Saw a video go out of that. It was really bad. All over a game of football. I don't get it. I must admit, I like football, but I can't understand why people fight over people running around a pitch with a football. Why? I know it's a territory thing or whatever, but I just don't get it. It's a game of football, for God's sake. Stupid. When people fight like that against each other, they're not going to fight for the country, that's all I can say. Well, this is it, John. I think a lot of places that are taking in, you know, all these hotels, obviously closing to the public, it's just gonna upset the tourism, because no one's gonna want to go. Well, they can't go if there's no hotels for people to go so they can go sightseeing. What's the point of going? So tourism is going to go down massively. Yeah, definitely, Dan. Definitely. Oh, okay, Bridget. Okay. You might have to send me a little email. It would, yeah. I think a lot of people are, there are a hell of a lot of people now that are hoteliers that are refusing now to take on, you know, these contracts from the Home Office. So I think people are standing up against it now. The thing is, I can understand these hotels taking them on because it's a massive amount of money, and obviously through the lockdowns they've obviously lost a lot of money, so you can understand them wanting to, you know, get back on their feet, so to speak. But it will have an effect on tourism in many places. So, and I know through experience, hearing people talking, I know they won't want to go to these hotels when it's all over and done with, if it ever is. But these hotels need to think about, you know, I mean, we're seeing many shops being shut down, loads of small businesses in the centres, you know, the high streets being closed down. So can you imagine when tourism is gone, what's going to happen then? It just, there's so much being ruined by this mass immigration. It's just ridiculous. They don't think about the consequences when all these other small gift shops and things like that, when they're not getting tourists, the gift shops are going to close down. You know, all we're going to be left with is takeaways and barbers. That's it. I mean, if you walk around your centres now, there's a lot of that. There's hardly any shops to go window shopping. I used to love walking down the high street and, you know, the small high streets or whatever, you know, just have a look round and browse and that. You can't. Everything's going online now. It's just ridiculous. So tourism's nearly ending. Do you know, here in Dover, we speak to a lot of taxi drivers here as well, and people come in and out. They go to the you know, like the castle and places like that, or they'll go to Canterbury, you know, when they come in on the cruises, but they don't go into the town centres and go for meals or go window shopping or go and buy some gifts and stuff, because there's nothing there. So they're just in and out. They get dropped off at the cruise terminal, picked up by taxis or buses to the castle or other, you know, places to go sightseeing, and then that's it. They don't put the money into Dover because there's nothing to see. Yeah, that's true, Paulette. It's crazy. When you look back, probably about 10 years, the difference 10 years ago to now is unbelievable. I wouldn't have said 10 years ago that we'd be in this position. I knew it was going to happen, but you know, it's just, you just can't fathom it. That's true, Shazza. Yeah, it's such a shame, Bridget. I know, it's such a shame. I hate it. I hate seeing these small businesses all going down, and then it's just the big, massive businesses that are you know, the elites and the rich. They manage to stay afloat, but no one else does. Right, I'm just going to have a check to see what's happening on the channel. So we've got Hurricane near the Barn LV, light vessel. Ranger's doing 17 knots, but I don't know. She's facing Ramsgate, but I don't know what's happening there. And French warships out there, that's escorting, I think. Defender, still out there. Ramsgate lifeboat's heading back into Ramsgate. So at the minute we've still got Defender, Ranger and Hurricane out on the channel. We've got Abiel and the French warship out on patrol. HMS 7's mid-channel, well moored over French side. Lee, I miss the 80s and 90s. If only we could turn back time, eh? Good morning, Al. Morning, Robert. Morning, David G. Anne. Oh dear. Yeah, I enjoyed the 80s and 90s. God, I remember my mum saying she used to love the 60s. Oh wow, that's amazing now. That's cool. So that's 63 years ago. Don't want to give your age away. Hey Clark, long time no see. Hope you're well. Kids these days, that you know, I think the next generation are not going to see this country how we once seen it. Such a shame. We did have a lot more freedom than they'll ever have. Ah, 62, I got it wrong here then. So they're still picking up. They've there's been a few sightings, so each border force vessel are out there looking for these dinghies that are crossing. That's true, Paulette. No one ever leaves the doors open nowadays. Oh, respect to you, John. That's nice that they are putting it up though. You know, because one day they'll probably be banned. ACDC, bloody hell, that's going back. I don't even walk down the stairs in this house, never mind walking outside on my own. You know, we used to moan about people putting the decorations up way too early, but now I like it. Get it up. Hello, Howard. How are you? Long time no see, Howard. I'm just hoping to see my family over Christmas. I hope I do. Because I'm over here, they've all got their own plans and everything, so we end up being stuck. Although I went to my mum's last year. Good morning, Rolo. Nice to see you. Yeah, back in the day there was lots of wasteland where you could play. people had imaginations in them days and used their imagination, but now it's all people sit in front of the computer and that's it. Morning UK Justice Forum, how are you? Yeah, we're loads better now, UK, but still got a cough. Not as bad though, nowhere near. So we're getting there. My chest is getting better. That's good, J Goose. I think London's lost now, isn't it? I remember going there as a kid, and the difference in it now is just unbelievable. It's not the same. It used to be quite patriotic, and you could see, you know, the flags all going, and there was loads of gift shops, and it's not the same as it used to be. Not at all. People now, it's just not the same. I'm not a fan of London. It used to annoy me because it was so busy, but now it's completely different and it's just ruined, like most places. You take care, John. I've noticed that, Phil. People don't even look at each other when they're walking by each other anymore. You get more from the old folk. They, you know, they still say hello, but the young generation, they just walk straight by you. It's completely changed. Like most places, Clark. Cities and towns are just not the same anymore. They've been ruined. Ian. I feel old. I feel old. Yeah, but this is the thing, Nomad. They had about 3 weeks to clear it, Manston, and yeah, this is the thing. Where did they go? But they did have 3 weeks of no one coming over, so they were able to clear it. The reason they got overcrowded was so many was coming in at such a short time. So it's hard. I will give them that. They can't help that. But where they've gone, hotels, you name it. I think there's still a lot of public that aren't aware this is going on. That's why we're always saying about sharing the stream so people can see, because you know, people need to be informed. Yeah, it is, Robert. It's not good. It's not good. There's a lot of diseases coming into the country now, so you have to be careful. It'll probably be the case that because of diphtheria and stuff, we'll end up wearing masks anyway. It is time, Andrew. I've just had to put the heater on. To be honest, Shazza, I'm getting to be the same. See, it's the numbers that are coming in. The numbers are the biggest thing, because we're just struggling to to home them. We're struggling with the NHS. We're struggling with schooling. Everything's a struggle because so many are coming in. We just can't do it. We can't do it. And now we've got all these diseases that we didn't have. Now we've got them coming into the country. Not to mention, you know, with the Albanians and all the criminals coming in, it's just, there's so much involved in these crossings. It's unbelievable. I think nowadays, Paulette, when you see someone do something good, it does make you think there are some good people in the country still, but you see it very few and far between. Yeah, that'll be it, Dave. I don't know whether you're still on silent or not, or whether you can hear me. Not yet, not the heater. We've tried the TV on it, that works. I don't know whether that would short it, to be honest, because the heaters are quite powerful, aren't they, really? Well, yeah, that's true, Pollyanna. I mean, when you think about it, the government must understand that people are worried about all this. They're worried about the NHS, they're worried about when you can't get a doctor's appointment for love and money. They're worried about schooling, kids can't get into schools anymore. And, you know, it's all the hotels are being taken up, we've got all the diseases coming in, we've got criminals coming in, and we just can't occupy everyone. So people are worried. It's not a case of racism or anything like that, it's just people being worried. I'm indoors, to be honest, Justice. It's, I can feel the cold coming in through the window though. It's really, really cold out there, but I've just put the heater on at the back of me, so I don't know what that is coming in. We've got the search and rescue helicopter headed out. It's all going on. We've got a lifeboat near Hurricane. I should imagine that's come out of Folkestone or something. These suspicious looking tugs all around the Border Force vessels, it's unreal. Obviously gone off the grid, so we can't see who they are. So Ranger's still out there, Defender's still out there, Hurricane's still out there, and the RNLI are out with a Hurricane, and we've got the search and rescue helicopter out. It's going to be one of them long days today. Yeah, do you know what? I don't know what's happened, but they seem to be fewer seagulls here. I mean, where we are staying, we normally see quite a few, but don't know whether they've gone into hibernation or if they're having more babies or what, I don't know. Yeah, you never know. They are a endangered species though, aren't they? You're not even allowed to call them. Hey Dawn. They're strong though, aren't they, the seagulls? Well, they look strong anyway. Oh, Jan, congratulations on being a member for 10 months. And thank you. Oh. The problem is though, we need to start probably using the votes for the smaller parties, because these two main parties between Labour and Conservatives are just not doing what the people want anymore. Not that we ever have. These are taking ages. This is how it is with these up here though now. Since the neighbours took over and we have these catamarans, they seem to stay out on the channel longer before they start coming in with everyone. Morning, Troy. It's knowing who to vote for though, isn't it? This is the thing about Suella. I feel like, well, at the end of the day, she's inherited the mess that Priti Patel left behind, but she's got something going for her that she used to be a lawyer, so she'll know the law and the legalities of everything. That's one good thing. I felt like when she was doing that question time thing, she didn't seem to know exactly what was going on, but I don't know whether that's because she was put on the spot or she was feeling a bit intimidated that day. I don't know, but I'm hoping that she's not set against the brick wall, because that's the other problem is, while she might be trying to do something, she's standing against all those that want this to happen. So it's a hard one. No problem, Troy. Maybe maybe so, because I mean, I don't know. These people run our country. They run our country. We put them in power to run our country. And the fact that they can't even stop these crossings, what makes you think that we've got confidence in them running our country? Do you know what I'm saying? It's just, if they can't even protect the borders or control the borders, what good are they? But again, they can come out of certain legislations, but they're refusing to do so. These legislation, they will make up a legislation themselves, or they'll cancel a legislation all the time in Parliament. But this issue, they will do nothing about. So they're quite content for them to come across the channel they're quite content for the deaths to happen on the channel, everything. They if they're not putting a stop to it, they're complicit to it. Ray, you are right there, yeah. Yeah, this is true, Jamie. Yeah, but for how long is he going to come back for? This is the thing, he's been in and out of politics so many times. I don't kind of trust him. It seems to be that whenever there's an election due, he decides to come back up political and then he jumps ship again. I just don't get him. I'm sorry, I just don't. And I don't trust him. I really don't trust Farage. It seems to be, like I said, every time there's an election coming up, he decides to go political. Why then? You know, I just... Do you know, the man's got the gift of the talk, you know, he talks the good talk, but I just don't trust him. I wish he would. You know, like if he, I don't know, if I could get through that trust with him. I mean, if he does it, then I hope he sticks to it this time. But if he don't, then I don't know. I just don't trust him, I'm afraid. I wish this fog would go so I can zoom in on everything. There's ships out there I don't want to have a look at. It's off. It's David Church out. Not seen him since down the docks. looks smaller there. When you're at the docks, it's massive. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's it, Clark. It's like Marmite. I do love Marmite though. Thing is, if he stuck to it, he probably could do good, but I don't think he would. I don't know, I think I just find it very confusing that he jumps in at an election but then backs out again, and he's done it quite a lot. Look at him on Brexit. I don't know, I just don't trust him. I need proof that people are going to stay loyal and do stuff, rather than oh, don't like Vegemite. I've tried it, it's awful. No, I don't like it. See, it's still foggy out there. There's hardly any ships out on the channel either. Yesterday it was really busy out there. Hey up, Welsh lad, welcome back. Morning, honey bunny. Oh, thank you, Collie Mids. It looks really hazy here, and obviously misty still. Oh, you're looking at a brick wall now. It's out there dredging. looks like Ford Force Ranger could be heading in, but she should be a while yet. Why 4 times? That's true, Ray. Guys, I've just got to go on mute a minute. I won't be a minute. Sorry about that, guys, I'm back. Watch the lorries going on the ferry. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree that with that to an extent on expletives not deleted. And yeah, and if they do end up working, it will be cheap labour. No, sorry about that. I had to nip downstairs, so. Did they do that about Merkel as well when she was stood outside Dingo? Right, let me just have a look where they are. They've got to be making a move now, surely. Oh, there's my glasses gone. Yeah, Ranger looks like she's heading in. So she should be here soon. Hurricane looks like she's heading somewhere. There's still, I think now she's heading out to where the helicopter is, near on mid-channel, near the Von Light vessel. And HMS 7 looks like it's heading over as well. It's all going on in the channel. David Church going out to do some dredging. It looks quite eerie out there, with it being so foggy. I don't know whether the fog's picking up on your footage. Can you see the fog there? But for me, I'm looking out, it looks quite foggy and eerie. Ooh, not too far on. Oh, it's disappearing. Disappearing into that mist. Who's ever watched the film Mist? Yeah, there's one called The Mist as well. I wish Salty had come up this side when we could see her. I like that, Robert. Oh, don't worry. I don't want anyone becoming, you know, struggling, so don't worry. Times are hard, and they're only going to get harder, like you say. I don't know if you can see that now. Oh yeah, it's still there, fading out into the mist. That's why we just did the membership, so it's quite low, so it's affordable for some people. So, but it's not compulsory, it's all voluntary. Yeah, I've seen that as well, Davo. It was heartbreaking, to be honest, that they could see, you know, that the migrants were being looked after, but they've not. So it must have been heartbreaking for them. Yeah, that's disappeared now, I can't see it. Must have been really heartbreaking. They must feel so let down, these homeless. Hey Ken, how are you? It certainly does. That's what most of them do, isn't it? Sell the souls. Jeez, I can feel that cold coming in through the window. Bloody hell, it's cold out there. I don't know how people can afford that, £95 a week. It's just ridiculous. My place, when I bought my house, it had the meters in there, and I just left them in. And this is over 30 years ago, and I've still kept them there. But my gas and electric's extortionate. Even in the winter, summer, I'll be paying like 40 odd. Oh, way up there's the helicopter. I bet I won't get that. That's the rescue helicopter on the way out. Yeah, so I left it in. And a few times I've been tempted to take it out, but I'd be in the summer, like £40 electric and about £60 gas. That's in the summer, and I don't know how that works. So God knows when I go back home how much and then you've got the surcharges on top. God knows how much it's going to be now, and I've always queried that as to why it's so high, but I just don't know. Thank you, Ken. Yeah, the camera's going great. We're still learning about it, to be honest. I mean, there's about 6 booklets that goes with this camera, and we're always learning something about it. But yeah, it's not let us down, to be honest. It's been fantastic. I can't complain. I love it. It's one of our cherished items ever. Me and Dave were talking about what if anything happened in this house that we're renting in. There's some shady people living here, and I don't trust them with ovens and things like that. So we got onto the discussion is if the house went on fire one time, what would we do? And our main concern was getting the camera out. Not us, it was the camera. Oh. Oh, it's gone back again. I've just seen it go back. I doubt it if I get it this time. It's too far over. It's circling round here, so I don't know whether they've seen... unless it's going back now, but that helicopter's come back round. But yeah, that was what me and Dave were planning. How would we get, you know, what would, not us, how would we get out? It was like, well, we'd lower the camera down, get it in the bed sheets and lower the camera down, and that was it. Our main concern was the camera. I've already got my buildings and contents at my own house, back where I, you know, live, but I've not got any here. I just can't afford it. We've got the rent and everything here, and my mortgage back home, and it's just too much. But obviously the insurance on the camera was fine, but we'd still, I wouldn't want anything to come to harm to the camera. I love it. Bad though when you put an object in front of your own lives. It's a bit sad. That's it, our greatest escapes. Yeah, it does. It's Ray, but there's just so many instructions. It's unbelievable. Thank you, Kinas. It's gone nowhere. They're just not using it. No, no, it never got sorted out. I mean, I was going through an appeal and I've still heard nothing from them. I've gave up, to be honest. They took all that money and that was it. So I've gave up on that. I know one thing, if it ever happened again, I won't pay him. I won't pay him at all. Yeah, I got done again as well. we went to, I don't know whether anyone can remember, but when Dave was up in court that time, a few, was it 2020, 2020 I think it was, no, 2021, sorry, I paid the parking fee, but as I got out the door, the ticket obviously blew out. I didn't know. Anyway, parking warden came, he put a ticket on my car, and then I was told to go, I got a phone call saying get back to your car, you got a ticket. So I chased the guy and I said I've got it, I've already paid. So he came back to the car and it was on the floor and it was soaking. So he took a photo of it, he took a photo of my reg, and he said I'll put it in the office. He said you're still going to have to phone up at the time and just explain what happened, and all the notes will be there. I did that when I got a parking ticket, when they sent me the fine. I phoned them up and said what had happened, and they had the evidence there in front of them and said I had to appeal it. So I appealed it, and in the end they sent a debt collector around my house to get the money, so I ended up having to pay that as well. But I've got in touch with my MP over that, because I'm not having it. They had all the proof there that I paid it, and still they went to pursue like fees and charges, and I don't know. I'll tell you what, the councils they're so corrupt when it comes to parking fines. It's unbelievable. So I've got my MP on top of it, so I'm waiting for another email off of her because I've not heard anything in a while. But I'm not giving up on that one, no way. No way whatsoever. I think they're just disgusting, councils. Nowadays, everything's all about revenue, isn't it? But now it's told me to check that when we get out the car, the ticket is still on the dashboard. The next stage is if I don't hear anything from her, because she said she was going to help me out over it, I'll just name and shame if I don't hear nothing. I'll name and shame her on social media and everything for not doing anything about it when she said she would. I'm getting fed up with being ignored now. Yeah, this is it. You know, all the councils, they run it as a business, not what they're supposed to be using it for. I just hate it. I hate how this country's become. It's disgusting. Well, I've not seen any of the coaches drive up to take anyone to Manston yet. Still obviously processing them. Yep, that's completely true, Ray. Most centres are now one-way systems and they're all pedestrianised now. didn't think there was more than that. I've not checked, to be honest, David. By the time I finished the live stream yesterday and had to get the dinner done and dishes done and all that lot, a woman's work's never done. I didn't get a chance, I just flaked out, so I've not checked it. I will check it though. And I'll put the numbers up. Oh my god. What the hell, Polly? That's terrible. That really is bad. Sorry about that. So Border Force Rangers got closer now. I think that's Hurricane right up there. Hold on. I want to see if I can zoom right in, but I don't think I can. See if I can get past. I think that's... No, you can't see. My God, that's... I can just make out Hurricane passing by, but it's just a shadow. But obviously it's too foggy to get over there. Such a shame. But we should have Ranger coming in soon. Yeah, I can see Hurricane just on the horizon. So Ranger's doing 19.4 knots. HMS 7's doing 4.1. RBL's heading towards 7. And we've still got HMS Ranger next to an unknown tug again. Defender is practically over in front. Doing 24 knots. She could be headed in as well. No problem, Robert. Hey Alan, how are you? Yeah, I'll do that, Ray. I said to Dave, I said every time we go anywhere now, we're going to have to get evidence just in case. But that's really shocked me because we had the proof there. The guy took a photo. It's on the system. The woman that I spoke to at the offices, she said, yeah, it's here in front of me. And he said you were a really nice lady and pleasant. And yet they still wouldn't allow it. They still charged me and still fined me. And then they added more on because they sent a guy round. But oh, honestly, you can't. And my MP, she was on it, but I've not heard anything for her in a few months. So I got back in touch with her the other day, twice. I've heard nothing, so I think she needs to start hooking her ideas up. I want that money back. And the guy that came round broke my back gate as well because he climbed over the back gate to see if I was in the back. Cheeky sod. Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, I've got his name and I've got his company's name as well. But that's twice now I've been, you know, that's happened to me and I've had enough of it all. Puts me off using car parks now. And I definitely don't like going over the Channel Tunnel. Not the Channel Tunnel, the, oh God, what's it called? My mind's gone blank now. The crossing, whatever it is, I can't remember what it's called now. No, I know, they're alright taking, but I'm going to keep fighting though. I don't like to quit. I'm going to keep fighting for it. Because I did the right thing. I paid for my ticket. It was there. They have evidence for it. They shouldn't have kept fining me. It was there in their system. The woman said she could see it. Yet, it's here with all the notes the guy gave. That was at the time where I'd got my broken ribs and I was in bed. I got a phone call to say that he was in my garden and that. Oh, coach load full of them. That was the migrants being taken to Ramsgate. Sorry, Manston. I have to be sharp round here, Kent. I really do. I just literally seen it last minute. Ah, hang on. Right, bear with me, guys. I think this might be Ranger. Yeah. We've got a few on the back. Wait over it for it. I know if I zoomed in right on 10, I know that it would just go all funny, you know, all bitty, and the footage won't be very good because of the fog. If it was clearer, it'd be better. I'm tempted though, just to see. Another look. I'm going to test it out. Oh, hold on. No, the lampposts don't do it any good. So hard to do it here with, you know, like, because of the fog and everything, it's a nightmare. I've not seen Salty in ages, Alan. Not since we left the docks, but I did say I'd get a video put together and put one up. So yeah, that was full at the front, and there was a few on the back as well. You are? You broke... Are you having a laugh there? You broke 2 ankles trying to make what? Coconut wine? Is that coconut? I don't know. Well, I had a phone call from someone the other week who had to go to the hospital, and he said that there was so many people there waiting, and in the back door came Border Force with some migrants, and they were all seen first, but they're always brought in through the back. That's not the second person to call me and say that. Not the first, sorry, not the first person. Do you know what? I think I fell for that one, didn't I? Thank you, Alan. Sorry. I'm going to take some more medicine in a minute. Oh yes. Right, so there's been more sightings of migrant vessels crossing the channel. I love this view, Al, I really do. He has cleaned his shoes, yeah. That was funny. Yeah, Al, every day there's something going on at this place, and it's brilliant to be able to see, you know, the border force vessels coming in and out. It's handy. But there's so much that goes on here. I mean, we were sat here one time, well, we were in bed, and we had the Insulate Britain people outside gluing themselves to the floor, and lorries. That was pretty nuts. Well, Defender looks like they're heading in if they carry on with the same route. Hurricane's still near the Barn Light vessel. Sorry, I've just got to go on mute again. Take care, Alan. See you soon. Looks like the traffic's jamming a little bit. I think, Paul, I agree, but I think Twitter will be a better place, to be honest. I do. Yeah, it does jam up sometimes. It's not a bad one. We'll know when it's a bad one because they go all the way up the flyover. And then that's where you get all the lorries hooting. They know people are stopped and they can't move anywhere, but they hoot the horns anyway. It's funny. Yeah, but if you think about it, I mean, Elon's saying he's neither left or right. He just goes on his morals, I think. But it's all the left that seem to not like Elon Musk just because he agrees with free speech. It's just it's a bit mad. Oh my God, my other phone's going mad. Oh, that's why I always turn it off. It sounded like it, didn't it, Bridget? Oh, that's mad, Robert. I personally think Twitter will work better because they're all on old algorithms, so the algorithms are all going to be changed and updated. I mean, I know a few times I've had to get through to the help centre and you can't talk to anybody. So if he's able to fix all that, then it's all the better. I think it's just going to improve. I've got my trust in him, to be honest. Makes me laugh the amount of people that put a post up saying, "See you soon, Robert, take care." Put a post up saying, "I've deleted my Twitter account, I'm never going to talk on it," and then there they are on Twitter tweeting. Should allow everybody the right for an opinion, not just a certain political side. It's all about everybody should have a voice, not just the one side. Hey, morning, sometime soon. It's actually the afternoon now. Well, they were set by a certain few, weren't they, Jay Goose? So now I think it's going to be more open to both, you know, all political views. So I think it's going to be better. Time flies when you're having fun, Sue. Hey Kitty Cat, how are you? Afternoon, Martin. Keep thinking it's clearing out there, but it's not, is it? Look, I can see this clearly, but I don't think you guys can. Let me change the court one. There we go, that's better. Being nosy again. All lorries coming off. know what? I'm going to end up smashing these glasses. They keep falling off. No idea, to be honest. Expletives, I just don't know what's going to happen. It's your guess is as good as ours. Right, Defender's not coming in, it's just moved places. It's now miles out from St Margaret's. Yeah, Hurricane's near Abiel at the moment. Yeah, I had them on my other glasses, you know, when we were on lockdown and I couldn't get to the opticians and that. Yeah, I had a see-through plaster, so it didn't look as bad. We've had 2 drop-offs so far. I think, hold on, is it 3? No, yeah, 3 drop-offs. That's the RNLI, Ranger and so Defender, I think it was. Yeah, they've been out early this morning again. It's just that there's quite a few coming over. It's just taking time to meet up with them and find where they are, because it's quite misty out there, so yeah, look, it's disappeared now. Off into the distance. Yeah, the sun keeps coming out and going back in again. You watch, I bet it comes clear. No mist, no nothing, as soon as all the Border Force vessels have gone back home. The typical.